Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Moose Minute Project Tuesday morning. That's right, the 17th of June. And again, I'm going to remind you, time is flying, and we are not guaranteed tomorrow. So, it is sunny today. That is the title of the project today, and yeah, it is in southern Wisconsin. We're not sure how long, because there is thunderstorms and rain predicted for later on tonight. Over an inch, I think 1.17 inches of rain since Sunday. It got quite a bit of rain here yesterday as well, which definitely brightened things up, and the corn is growing. So, it's a beautiful drive to work now from Lone Rock to Boscobel due to the fact of all the green fields. Some corn you can tell was planted way early, because it is going to be, if this weather keeps up, it'll definitely be, and we're talking 93 on Sunday. It'll definitely be knee high by the 4th of July. I don't know if it'll be my knee high. See, that's one of those things. I think it's just, it was a statement, and I asked one morning at the port with the guys there that are farming, like, is that still a rule? Because, we're using different fertilizers and things to speed up growth. It feels that way anyway. But no, they said nope, still. But my question is, what if you are a tall farmer, such as myself? Now, to be knee-high for me, it's got to be pretty substantial. However, my Grandpa Gerber was much shorter than me, so he had a better chance of his corn being knee-high by the 4th of July. Do we have a standard rule of whose knee was who? Or as long as it's your knee, it's fine? That's stuff that goes through my head sometimes. It's just crazy, But I always like to know the knee high by 4th of July. And on the way to work today, there definitely will be some. A young gentleman that I know that has a farm right along the highway on 60 there, his corn will be knee high. He got it in, and it's beautiful corn right now. It's just gorgeous. The field right across 60, not going to be knee high. It might be ankle high. It got planted late, I think. But with this weather, it won't quite catch up, I don't think. But it all looks good. I hope the few fields that I seen, the hay was knocked down. Hopefully they can get that salvaged and fluffed up and taken care of, unfortunately. But, yeah. Morning, Kevin. So, yeah. So knee high by the 4th of July, and we're not that far away. 2 weeks. But the corn across, that'll be knee high. The ones that I saw this morning, they'll be knee high. So, it is sunny out. If you are struggling today, find a spot. If you can at least get enough energy to just get out and sit in a chair or sit in the swing and get some of the good, healthy, natural rays from the sun to help. And I don't know why I'm so tired this morning, but it's crazy. I am. So I'm going to enjoy the sunshine as well, as long as we have it here in southern Wisconsin. Like I said, storms are supposed to roll in tonight, through tomorrow, and then temperature and humidity are supposed to escalate to 93 by Sunday. Yeah. And Saturday, I get to go celebrate my granddaughter turning a year old. And then in August, I will have another grandbaby coming. So that will be 4 grandbabies total as of right now. And I just turned 51. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to many more, few more anyway. Got to spend having dinner with my son last night for his 25th birthday. He's a very busy gentleman. I got to help him come up with a few solutions for his canine's kennel. Raven is a Malinois, yeah. And she is a canine, and he is a canine handler for Richland County. And that dog is beautiful. I love all my grand puppies. I got quite a few of them too, but I think that one takes grand puppies. The thing is, with a canine grand puppy, you can't wrestle and play and like you can with all the other grand puppies. Kind of a different breed, but glad that my son has a partner 24/7 when he's out traveling in dealing with criminals, especially the way the world is today. But what I want to say today is get out and enjoy the sunshine. If it is sunny where you are today, and it might be only for a little bit, enjoy it. It's kind of like, if you're going through things medically, and it's quite wild. I've got two guys that I went to school with. I don't mention names on here because I just don't. I don't want to know who is going through what, or you guys going through cancer, going through MS. I've got friends and peers around here going through things. Celebrate and enjoy the good days. When I had my stroke, and things were trying to rewire in my brain or find new pathways, I went through some pretty wild things. Never thought I'd have to be asked, Chris, sit down on the ground. Do you think you can get up? I never had that question asked because before that was easy. I had young kids I was always playing around with, doing all that stuff. But when you are 43 years old, and it's like, we're going to teach you how to get off the ground because you don't. When you're down there, you don't remember because this arm was different and it didn't feel right. So, and then when you're sitting in chairs and all of a sudden there must have been a path that got connected because I had the rainbow zigglies, like the old TVs, like when they were warming up kind of thing, connected in my eyeballs. That's basically what I saw, was that connection. Then it got good and I saw normal again. So you have to take the good days, and nothing felt better for me when I was going through my stroke and going through the rehab at the rehab clinic was to get outside on a good sunny day and sit there and feel the warmth. Feel that portion of it, knowing that I was getting better. And it wasn't so much that I was getting better. It just gave you some calmness over all the other things that are going on in your head. So if you are in a deep battle with why, that was where my struggle went right away, was, good Lord, I don't understand. I don't understand why you are doing this to me. I don't understand what I did to deserve this. What I can tell you is, you didn't do it. You are also being tested sometimes by the other side. You will always be tested to see where your response is. Will you fall away from believing in the good Lord above? Now, the good Lord above has tested me quite a bit, but I think the devil has tested me a whole lot more. And I just rely on the good Lord to get me through it. I've lost my mom recently, in August. It's not recently even. It's going to be a year here in a month and a half. And that's just crazy to me that she's been gone that long already. And yet it feels like a fresh wound that when you were younger you would pick and get the scab off because I don't know why we did it, but we did. Kind of like when we used to stick the pin through our skin at school just to see how thin you could get it to make the needle stick. We do that. We rip the Band-Aid off early and often, and it slows our healing process down. You know, we were always told, don't touch that, don't touch that, and we would touch it anyway. So if the sun is out and the sun is shining today, stop and smell the roses for just a little bit. For the guys going through the stuff that I know, and I'm following your stories closely, and you know, quite honestly, since we graduated, you know, I never went back to any of the reunions. I don't have any drive to go back to the reunions. I've kept close contact with the one that I had the most, and then of course that I respect the most. And him and I have always been close. Mark and I have always been close, and we went through a lot of similar shit together. And then I became friends through Facebook with the other ones again that are, you know, so stop and smell the roses. I know that politically I rub the skin of people or raise their hair on their necks a little bit because of how I stand, because everybody wants to put me in a category, and they can't. Because I have voted for both sides. I believe in voting for both sides. I vote for who I feel is the best for the position or current statuses. I'm not locked into one. And that doesn't sit well with a lot of people. A lot of people want you to be locked in and loaded on one brand or the other. It's kind of like Chevy, kind of like Ford, you got to be locked in. You can't. And unfortunately for me, that is one thing, and that's an easy discussion. I drive vehicles with bow ties, and that's just how it is. But not always. Because see, my wife's family retired from GM. So to make the wife somewhat happy, and my dad is a diehard Chevy guy too, you just follow with some of those things. I think if you follow your parents or your fathers or anybody close to you, you know, there's a lot of Mopar guys. Why are there Mopar guys? Because their family was Mopar. You know, that's how it goes. I dealt power sports for a long time. Polaris, Arctic Cat, Yamaha, Honda. All of those people. You know, one of my bosses was an Arctic Cat guy through and through. And then pretty soon he had to jump ship because Arctic Cat snowmobiles were not. So then he became a BRP guy and drove Skidoo. So it's kind of that way in the political realm. That if your parents were this way, you are that way. And my parents, my mom voted for whoever she felt was the best for the world. Not so much because of this or that. I don't have to worry about tax cuts or because I'm not in that category. I have to worry about it because I'm in the other category under the whatever it is, 70,000 or 1 million or, you know, yeah. So all I'm asking is have patience, have understanding and compassion for those around you. If you are a manager of a company and you are managing groups, remember that there is a lot of mental health going on. There's a lot of mental health issues going on. And if you are not compassionate towards that, take a look at your turnover rates. Take a look at why good people are leaving your company. Good people don't leave because they want to. Good people leave because they have to. They have to survive. They have to get better. they have to mentally take a break from some of the stuff that you're pulling. Just a reminder of that. So get out, enjoy the sunshine, sit in a chair, take your lunch break outside, whatever you need to do. If you work at a factory, get outside on your lunch break, sit at a picnic table, enjoy the sun while it's out today. And then if you can be a ray of sunshine to somebody else today, please do. So that's where the Moose Minute project is this morning. Hope you all have a great day. Yeah, we are moving closer to November 8th. The Marcy second annual Strikeout Alzheimer's Baker Shootout at the Phoenix Center in Richland Center, November 8th. When I was planning this back after the first one, which was in December of 24, I'm like, whoa, this won't be, that's a long ways away. And now we're 5 months. So I don't want to rush summer at all, but we are getting some really cool gifts for and things for that tournament. So I'm looking forward to it. But enjoy the sun. And as always, take time to bless somebody's day today and make their day brighter as well. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for tuning into the Moose Minute Project. I will be back tomorrow morning with another edition of the Moose Minute Project, which I do in memory of my mom, who I lost to Alzheimer's, and then also for me as a stroke survivor, just helping me get through things and to mentally process. And like I said before, this will be video number 245, I believe, on YouTube. So if you just hit search on YouTube for the Moose Minute Project, you will find my videos. You can always subscribe there, and you will get them after I upload them there. Or you can like this and then hit the little like button there, and it'll come up every time I go live as well. So have a great day, everyone. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning with another edition.